This is the Bringing Business to Retail podcast with day 2 of 3 days to your most profitable year ever.
Welcome to the Bringing Business to Retail podcast on SelenaKnight.com. Stay ahead of the competition by opening your doors to business experts so you can learn, grow, and be inspired. Passionate about bringing business strategies to independent retailers, please welcome your host, Selena Knight.
Hey there, and welcome to this week's episode of the Bringing Business to Retail podcast. I'm Selena Knight, the retail strategist, and thanks so much for taking a little bit of time out of your day to learn, grow, and be inspired. Well, it's the second week of January here, and we're into about week 3 of 6 weeks of school holidays. So you can imagine that if you are anything like me and running a business and a family, it can be really difficult. And my husband is currently overseas, so between keeping everything running, and to be honest, a lot of people in Australia don't really kind of jump back into work until the 8th of January. We take 2 weeks off over Christmas. And I'll admit I did dabble a little bit over that first week because there were some things I already had planned. But this week is the week when most people jump back in with 2 feet into their retail businesses. But that's really hard because today I had one of those days where I had my day all planned out. I knew exactly what I was going to be doing and what I was going to be focusing on. And in fact, I was listening to Amy Porterfield's podcast the other day, and I love that she had a little morning ritual getting ready for work in the morning. And one of those things was just making sure that she had her day planned out and she had everything organized and she knew what she had to focus on. So I've kind of been incorporating that into my day as well. So this morning I woke up and today was going to be the day that my daughter was going to vacation care. So I've been working on scripts to redo the Boutique Academy. I've done a massive amount of refining the program down, and now it's time to go in and record the videos. So that's a lot of tweaking when it comes to writing the scripts out to make sure that everything gets covered. So imagine my surprise when my daughter was asking me what was the theme for vacation care today. And I said, run down to my office and grab it off my desk. And she came back and she said, what day is it today? I said, it's Tuesday. And she said, well, I'm not going to vacation care on Tuesday. That's not circled. And I said, no, you are going today. And she said, well, it says Tuesday is Ninja Day, Ninja Warrior Day. And I would never do Ninja Warrior Day. I was thinking, yes, I would never have booked you in for Ninja Warrior Day. So I pulled out the booking form. And of course, vacation care is tomorrow, not today. So all of my plans have gone out the window because as much as I had a couple of meetings booked in for today, I had a lot of free space in between where I was going to be working on those scripts because next week, Lana has chosen 3 consecutive days where she wanted to go to vacation care. And I'll admit, I love vacation care because they go on adventures that I just probably wouldn't do myself. So she's going to the zoo and she's going to the movies and she's doing box day, which is a day where they create things out of boxes, which sounds so boring. But for her, that is like her life's dreams. And she's been preparing in the lead up to all of this. She's been preparing and making things out of boxes. And she's actually made her own arcade game out of some leftover Christmas boxes. So I know that next week on Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, I do have a couple of meetings that are standing meetings that I can't change, but I'm going to have those 3 days to sit down in front of the camera and record around about 15 videos. So now I know I need to focus on getting all those scripts done so I can literally sit down and just batch them out. Just bang, 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 batch them out over those 3 days. And it means it's great for me because I get up, I can do my hair and makeup and just go for it. That's what I love about batching. And speaking of batching, it's one of the things that really just makes your life easier. And it's something that we'll be talking a little bit more about in today's episode. Now, we've been talking about the 3 days to your most profitable year ever, how you can actually put a plan in place to make 2018 your most profitable year. Last week was day 1. Now, I did record these as a series of Facebook Lives. So when you're listening to me, just appreciate the fact that they're not pre-recorded, they're not scripted. I just have my worksheets there that you guys can download over at selenaknight.com/3 days. That's the number 3 and days. And so I just had that sheet there and I was kind of working through it on a Facebook Live. So it's not as polished and not as scripted as you might think if you're watching a professional video. We may go down the track and record this as a proper video, but for now, you're going to be hearing the audio from the Facebook Live. Now, last week was day 1, and last week we focused on getting really clear about what's been happening in your business and where you want it to go. And we talked a lot about money. Now, today is the planning. Today is called construction, and I'm going to show you how you can construct the plan to make the money. Sounds like a good thing to put in place in 2018, and especially when we're still in January. Like I said, here in Australia, a lot of people, they're only just moving back into the work mindset now. So if you're 2 weeks into January and you're thinking, oh, I haven't got myself organized yet, this is the perfect time for you. So today's episode, day 2, is going to show you how to put that plan together and what you should be focusing on when it comes to making this your most profitable year. So as you can imagine, today's episode is brought to you by my free 3-day mini course called 3 Days to Your Most Profitable Year Ever. And you can download the action plan over at selenaknight.com/3 days. And if you haven't already listened to day 1, I really strongly suggest that you go back and listen to that one first, because it does set you up for success. And I'll pop a link straight into day 1 into the show notes, so you can just click the button, listen to that one first, and then come back and listen to today. And of course, next week we'll have day 3, where we'll be focusing on all about your role in making this happen. So let's jump into today's episode, which was recorded as a Facebook Live on day 2 of 3 days to your most profitable year ever. Profitable year ever. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of the Bringing Business to Retail podcast. You can find all of the show notes over at selenaknight.com. If you found something that you heard today particularly useful, I'd love it if you could leave me a review on iTunes or Stitcher. And of course, feel free to share this episode with someone that you think could benefit by listening to it. Want more retail biz strategies? You can watch the Bringing Business to Retail TV show, where each week I'll answer a question or provide you with a simple, actionable retail biz strategy that you can implement in your business right away. If you have a question or a guest, I'd love to hear from you. Drop my team an email at podcast@selenaknight.com, and I'll see you on the next episode. Have a great week.